Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi.
Yes, sir. So if you are good to go, then we can start.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. We are already live. A very good evening, sir. Very good
Good evening.
evening to everyone present and watching us right now.
Am I audible? Your voice is breaking in between.
So we have a very special guest today with us and a very am I audible now? Hello.
Yeah, it's breaking up, but
Uh,
yeah, I can hear you now.
okay. Maybe there's a network issue. Sorry. So extreme apologies for the worries. I think it's better now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Connected.
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So sorry. So we can start. So hello everyone. Welcome again to Advancing Northeast. This is Pallav Bagaria, your host for the day. And we have a very special guest and a very interesting topic today for our audience. But before I move ahead with the introduction of our guest, I would like to describe a little about what Advancing Northeast is for those of you all who are still not aware about our initiative. So, Advancing Northeast is a digital initiative under the Northeastern Council, Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, Government of India, and Northeastern Development Finance Corporation Limited. So it is a one-stop solution portal for the youths of Northeast in the field of education, employment, and entrepreneurship. And additionally, we also work as a virtual career mentor to help youths to make informed decisions on career and livelihood. So to further this very motive, we have these different career talk shows coming up where we try to connect different globally benchmark professionals with our youths here. And so today we are here with yet another episode of our career talk series. And today the topic is career as a finance professional. And the guest for the day is Mr. Pallav Bagaria. He is the director at Sapient Wealth Advisors and Brokers Private Limited, a highly accomplished and results-driven finance professional with over 17 years of experience in the wealth management industry. Mr. Bagaria has been currently dealing with more than 30,000 clients, overseeing assets of worth 12,000 crores. So welcome, sir. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. Uh, I'm good
Thank
to
you.
go.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Sir, yeah, we'll start with just, in your own words, a little about you, just to know you. Please, sir, how would you like to define yourself?
So I'm not a. I'm a business oriented person. I'm hardworking. I think I'm hardworking. I'm passionate. I'm shy, so I'm. You will not find me in public talks. Not find me in media anywhere. I'm extremely focused on what I want to do. I think I am focused on what I want to do, and I believe I'm a visionary. So I like to make processes and follow them. So I'm a process maker and a process follower, and I believe in institutionalization of work. So if what I believe is what I can do, anybody else can do it better if taught in the right way. So rather than doing everything yourself, I think I always believe a team can do that anything much faster and a much better way than you yourself can do. So that is what I am.
Exactly, sir. And the fact that we can, sense that you are not very much available in public shows and everything, but still you are here. So I think we just got lucky. So, and also the thing that you said about being a process maker, that is a very different approach to what we usually find. So how would you break it down, sir? Like, what do you mean by, being a process maker?
So what I believe is that process beats people. So
Okay.
anything that you do yourself, for example, we have a routine that we have every day in the morning. So we get up in the morning, we brush our teeth, then we go to the washroom, then we have a bath, and then we have a breakfast, and we come to office. Suppose there was no routine, how do your day become? So you don't know how to what you do after you get up in the morning. So it would have been extremely chaotic, right?
Yeah.
That's how most of us do business. We don't know how things are to be done going forward. So suppose you want to open a bank account. You go to the bank. The bank gives you a form and there is everything written where to sign, what are the documents that are needed. There's a process which has been made, and
Yeah.
that is why opening a bank account becomes so much easier. So process will always beat people. So suppose a person has done a job in a certain way. If you make this process, anybody can do that job any day of the year. So you there or not there, that process will make sure that the work is done with or without you.
Absolutely.
One of my gurus, Porus Munshi, he always says that process beats people, and I completely believe in that. You make a process, and then everybody can do that same job, and life becomes easier. For example, think of it. There's a book called Checklist Manifesto by Dr. Atul Gawande.
Okay, checklist manifesto.
Manifesto.
Okay.
Yeah. So where he says that there are about thousands and thousands of airplanes which take off and land every day. What is the fatality rate? 0. 0.00000 something. So one plane go down after every like thousands and thousands and thousands of planes that take off and land every day. Why? Because they follow a checklist. Every pilot has a checklist in place. There's a process that first you need to put on the engine, then you do this flap, then you do this, then you do Y, then you do Z. There's a process they follow for takeoff. There's a process they follow for landing. Similarly, there's thousands and thousands of surgeries which happen every day. And there is a process that a doctor will have to go and wash his hands in a certain way to start off with. There's a process which have been made. So initially in the US, there were a lot of deaths when a baby was born. The fatality rate for baby's birth was huge. And later on, it was found that just because the doctors were not washing their hands properly, the infection used to take a lot of lives, the newborn babies. So that is why it is very important for a process to be made. If every doctor follows the process, there will be no fatality. If every pilot follows the process properly, the checklist properly, there will be no crashes. Of course, there are malfunctions here and there, but predominantly 99.99% things are taken care of by a process.
Exactly.
I hope I'm clear on that. If there is anything that is not understood, please let me know. I'll be.
No, sure, sir. Sure. It's absolutely, yeah. You explained it very well, and also the example that you gave, that perspective was a very interesting one. The way you put it together. So yeah, life is also a series of process only, right, sir? So yeah, one step after another. Yeah. So can you share some little about your childhood, your academic journey?
So I'm a
everything.
Yeah, I belong to Tejpur, and I come from a very
Beautiful city. Yeah.
beautiful city, and I come from a very simple, humble, lower middle class family in Tejpur. So grown up like any other normal Assamese kid. Friends, small city, you have a good life. I did my schooling from Don Bosco, Tejpur. Did my higher secondary from Dharan College, Tejpur. Did my graduation from Guwahati Commerce and tried to complete my CA. I did my intermediate from Bombay. I passed intermediate. Unfortunately, I couldn't. I never could. Never appeared for my CA final exams, and I regret not completing my chartered accountancy. But such is life. So you don't get everything that you want.
Yes, sir.
So that is how.
So, sir, since you got it up yourself, so why didn't you sit for the last examination?
So as I said, I come from a very simple lower middle class family, and I had a younger sister and a younger brother. So they were also studying at that time. So when I came back after my CA intermediate, it was what I could see is my dad's financial position was not great, and I had to contribute to my family's earnings. So I started working, and my younger brother was also studying. My sister was also studying. So we had to make sure that they continue their studies. Somebody had to give up. So being there.
Exactly. The struggle started right from there. So then you took up your degree, right, sir? After
I completed my graduation in 2003.
Oh, sorry. Yes, exactly. So what was the next step that you took? Sorry, sir.
Yeah, I completed my intermediate in 2005, and thereafter I came back and started my. I started this business in 2005, 2006 July actually. 2006 July I started off completely, and
2006. So it's been a lot of years now. Yeah,
it's been 17 years, and it's been a great journey. I don't regret it at all. Even not becoming a chartered accountant yet, it's a regret, but whatever. So again, as I said, you don't get everything that you want in life. So I think whatever happens for the best. Had I been had I passed chartered accountancy, I might not be sitting here and talking about what I'm talking right now. I'd have been maybe I would have started practicing chartered accountancy and have done nothing.
Exactly. Yeah. So maybe that was God's process for you. Exactly. So, sir, a very basic question, but it's also most people are not aware of it, like the commerce students, especially if they want to do something, if they aspire to become a CEO or something, but if they cannot clear it, they do not really know how to progress further. So how did you think of, your next step after you saw your financial condition and everything? How did that journey start?
So, being a commerce student, see, again, coming from a Marwari family, commerce comes naturally. That is, you're not doing commerce is questioned, and we understand how money, the debits and the credits, much more better than anybody else. Commerce happened naturally. It was not a choice, or it was given that you have to do commerce. When I started off, when I was in Bombay, I tried my hand in stock markets.
Okay.
Lost money there, and I made money, but I understood how stock markets work. And especially coming from Northeast, people here, for example, my dad was very, very bad at it, and the people around us, they were not aware about how investments are done. So when I came back, I wanted to make sure that people invest in the right way. The only thing that I came back and when I came back, I saw that the only investment that people make was investing into insurance policy, and that was no investment at all. So I thought, why not start something which liberates the way investment is done in Northeast, and especially Northeast. The people here, the Assamese people, we are generally very conservative. We do not want to take risks. So I thought, why not explain what risk is and how investment can be done, and start this process of getting people to invest into stock markets like every other, for example, how any other state in the country does, for example, how Maharashtra works and how Gujarat works. And we have been successful to some extent, but there's a long way to go.
Yeah, right. But that is also some great news, because how many do we even get to see in investing in stock markets or everything? It's only there in the papers and everything, but people do not really do it because they do not really have the courage. So somewhere the awareness
It's
is
not about courage actually. Of over the period, I understood it's not about courage. It's about understanding.
understanding. Yeah.
Yeah. So what
Lack
happens?
of understanding. Yeah. So.
So what happens is
Mm,
swimming you cannot learn on Google.
mm,
So you have to get in the pool to learn. So
mm.
example, riding a bicycle you cannot learn on Google. You have to ride a bicycle to learn how to ride a bicycle. You can, for example, you can learn everything else on Google. You can learn a language. You can learn everything on Google. But to swim, you have to get in the pool. So for investing, it's exactly the same. And
Yes.
risk is when we say that stock market has risks or investing in mutual funds have risks. Risk is lack of understanding. That is how I define risk. Something that you know, for example, if you know how to swim, it is easy. If
Yeah.
you don't know how to swim, it is very tough.
Mm.
If I ask you who won the last cricket World Cup, do you know?
That's Cricket World Cup.
You don't know, right? Because you are not a cricket fan. You are not aware of who won the last cricket World Cup. So it is a tough question that I ask. Now, if I ask you who was the last femina Miss India, maybe
Very embarrassing.
you
Those are
don't.
not even there. Yeah.
So anything that you know is easy,
Mhm.
and the question that you don't know is tough.
Yeah.
That's so point is it is about the lack of understanding is what risk is.
Mm.
So it is not only my responsibility. For example, since we have started last 17 years, things have changed quite a lot. The largest banker, SBI, has started talking about mutual funds, and they have gone into the depths and the corners of Northeast, and they have started educating people on investments. There's a large TV campaign that countries a mutual fund Sahi Hai campaign, and that has done wonders in how people see mutual funds. Earlier, mutual fund there used to be a disclaimer that used to run at the last. Mutual fund investment are subject to market risk. Please read the offer document carefully before. So the moment that comes, it's you think it is risky.
Yeah. That was in the advertisement, I guess.
Advertising, all
Yeah.
advertising. But
Exactly.
the way mutual fund Sahi Hai campaign changed that perspective. So when a Sachin Tendulkar and a Mahendra Singh Dhoni comes on TV and said mutual fund Sahi Hai, people
Mhm.
want to say that अगर Dhoni बोल रहा है तो let's try.
Yeah.
Try कोई sound है. So
Mm.
things have changed over a period of time. So I think the awareness have improved and increased. Again, there's a long way to go, but yeah, number of investors in Northeast have increased significantly. So there is a 700% jump in the number of investors uh,
Okay.
in the last 17 years. So not 17 years, actually, in the last 15 years, there is a 700% jump in the number of investors.
So it's a big difference,
It's a huge difference.
right, from where you started and where you are now.
It is
We can be very positive.
again,
Yeah.
700% sounds very, very large, but the base was very small. So there's a large jump on a smaller base.
Okay. Okay.
Irrespective of that, but the number of investors have gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But even that counts, right, sir? Yeah. We can only be more positive.
100% counts.
Exactly. So that was how you hopped on into the journey, sir. But then, like you said, that you need to know how to swim. You need to swim first to know how to swim. So the initial process, you need to also do some research, right, sir? Because if you do not even know what is swimming, how would you move further, right? So that research part about stock markets, everything, how did you prepare? Like, how did you invest? Where did you invest your time? Or were you inspired by anybody, guided by anybody?
So the best part about being an entrepreneur is you learn on the job. There is no education for it. So I did not do any special course for starting this. I learned on the job. The only thing that I knew was how to buy and sell stocks. So we took a stock terminal, and used to buy and sell stocks for people. And regarding research and all of that, see at that time, in today's day and world, there's a lot of research available. There is news, 24-hour news, and there's Twitter and the social media, and you get to hear everything what is happening, whatever is
Even
happening.
newsletters, sir, stock
Everything,
markets and everything. Yeah.
everything
Abundance.
everything is available. But in that era, there was no newsletters. It was very difficult to get research. So you used to make a hunch, and you used to make mistakes, and you made money in some and you lost money in some. For example, the biggest win for us at that point in time was SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. It was a government company, so we bet a big amount. It was priced at 20 rupees, and within a couple of years, it went to 120 rupees. And the idea was there's no research. It was like a government company. Hai, kuch jab we started investing like that, and gradually things started becoming better. We started getting more research, and mutual funds was much more safer, as in there was no requirement for you to do any research. The fund manager does all the research for you and invests the money for you. It was much more easier to do mutual funds, and gradually we shifted more towards mutual fund than towards equity, than towards direct stock market.
Okay.
So that is how the shift happened from stock markets to mutual funds, and now we are both into stock markets and mutual funds. But mutual fund distribution is our forte, is the largest thing that we do here.
Right. Even I am very alien to the subject, sir. So whatever you are saying is very new to me, but I am developing an interest, and I think that everybody should at least be, aware of what it is. Absolutely. Yeah, because it's very essential. Yeah. Please, sir, continue.
Independence is more important. See, when we talk about independence, it is not the physical independence that is necessary anymore. See, 20 years, 30 years back, independence for me when I went to Bombay meant physical independence, wherein I don't have to take permission from my dad to go to a movie or to meet a friend. In today's day and age, generally a 18-year-old or 20-year-old do not take permission to go and meet his friend or to go for a movie. I think financial independence in today's day and age is a bigger thing. The moment you start making money yourself and are not dependent on your parents or your spouse or your siblings or whatever it is, that is a bigger independence than any other independence. So, and just not making the money, making sure that the money is invested in the right way. So we spend a lot of time earning our money, but I think we should also spend some 5% of the time in investing that money that we have. It is very important. So it's not only about making money, it's also about investing that money in the right way.
I think this will be very personally useful for me as well, sir, because the money factor, that investment factor, it's not very easy when you start earning yourself or be less dependent, living on your own. But then these are very insightful things that you said. So, sir, what do you, sorry, I think your network. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
Technology it is. I mean, anyway. So am I audible now, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So we were talking about about how you were saying about how important financial investment is. Yes. Exactly. So maybe that is why we need financial professionals like you working in the field, because to have greater knowledge and everything. So sir, if I ask you now that uh, as a layman, even I also do not really know where do like whom do I approach, because CAs and finance professionals, this all terms sound so alike that we do not really know the difference. So if I ask you a very basic again question, then how would you differentiate the two, segregate the two?
Uh, so chartered accountants are predominantly people who will file income tax returns for you, who will prepare your income tax statements and will file your income tax returns. Whereas financial consultants are people who will make your financial plan. Where should you invest? How much should you invest? Which should you invest into debt? Should you invest into equity? Should you invest into bonds? Should you
Okay.
invest into FDs? LIC की मान लो बोला कि
Mhm.
these are the decisions that a financial consultant will give. Whereas a chartered accountant, if you want to take a loan, the chartered accountant will get documents prepared for you. He will file your income tax returns, and he will file your GST returns, and he'll file your all kind of other government compliance. He will take care of your compliance. The investment consultancy part is completely different, and their financial consultants was separate, was specialized to do this job.
So, sir, financial consultants and financial professionals are again two different things.
So financial professionals include chartered accountant, financial professional
Yeah.
include the chartered accountant and the financial consultant both.
Yeah, that is like a subdivision of finance professionals. Okay. So that is the mind behind the people, the strategy, the person who strategizes their financial planning and everything.
The chartered accountant is also financial finance professional. I am also a finance professional.
Yeah.
Everybody is a finance professional. Even a banker is a finance professional.
Okay. Okay.
But we are all taking care of different things.
Right. Right. Yes, sir. So, sir, what do you think that as a finance professional, you have been working for so many years in this field now? So what is your USP that, made you stand out?
There is the USPC. The most important thing that a finance professional should have is integrity. So you are handling somebody else's money, and the person is giving you money, and you are giving him a paper bag.
Mhm.
So you have to be extra cautious, and somebody is depending on you with his or her hard-earned money. So you have to be extra cautious.
Right.
So our USP has been, our company's USP has been to make sure that we invest as per the needs of the clients. So the tagline that we have is creating happy investors. Our tagline is not creating rich investors. Our tagline is to create happy investors. So how do I define happy? I think happy is the new rich. If you are happy, you are actually richer than anybody else. So our job is not to make money for you. A finance consultant, as an advisor, my job is not to create money for you. I cannot make money for you. My job is to make sure that the money is safe, and you get, as per your risk appetite, your money is invested accordingly. If you are saying that I won't take more risk, your money is invested into equity market. If you say that I want to take less risk, your money is invested into bonds. The first thing is our USP has been to make sure that the money is invested as per the client needs, and they get the money whenever they need it. So the tagline is creating happy investors, and the USP is also to create happy investors.
Happy investors, right? So, sir, that also comes along with a lot of responsibilities, right? Heavy responsibilities. So, how does the process of gaining their trust goes to convince them? Yeah,
it is a process. It does not happen overnight. See, I think trust comes with honesty. So, if you are honest with your client, over a period of time, the trust actually comes. So we all understand how we are with each other. So you meet me 3 times, you will be able to know what kind of person I am. In the the first time I might say something different and I might look something else. But over a period of time, you'll understand what kind of person I am.
Yeah.
So if you're honest with your client all the time and you say the same things, client, the trust builds. So it is a process. Again, it does not happen. It is not something which you can buy in the market
instantly or something, right? Yeah.
So it happens over a period of time. So the client, everybody see. So how do I explain? I'll give you an example. So a child who is say 6 months old.
Mm.
So the child actually recognizes his mother and more than recognizing his father.
Mm.
And the child is more comfortable with his mother, his or her mother, because it stays with the mother more than the father. But over a period of time, say when he is 4 years old, and when you throw the child up in the air to play with him, the child still laughs.
Huh.
The child is still okay because he knows that you will hold him back.
Exactly. That is, yeah.
That is trust.
Trust.
And that has been developed because he knows that you are there for him.
Mm.
So suppose the child is with somebody else, the stranger. When you throw him up, he'll cry. And what is this person doing with me? So
Absolutely.
that is something what trust is. It builds over a period of time. In anything, in any relationship, in any business, not only in financial services, in anything, be it politics, be it life, be it family, be it anything. You have to give it time for trust and relationship to build.
Exactly. So that is a very beautiful camaraderie that you built with your clients, right, sir? Because that, yeah.
And that is how we are. We are not in a business of making money. We are in the business of making relationships and making sure that and trying to make sure that the relationship continues for life.
Yes. Also, if we think of it this way, that you also get to know how your clients' thinking process, right? Their thinking patterns and where they are, yeah, loopholes and everything. So that is also a very different kind of bond and relationship. So it's very beautiful, actually.
Exactly. See, financial consultancy is not a one-way process.
Mm.
You might say that you want to take risk and you want to invest into equity. But what happens, we have seen a lot of times wherein meeting the client over a period of years and years, we get to understand the client is actually not wanting to take risk. He might say that he is okay with risk, but when the market actually falls, he does not like it. So we convert that client's portfolio from debt to equity and equity to debt, depending on how we see the client perceives risk.
Okay.
So again, that is the relationship actually helps in deciding where the client is going towards.
Right.
Where I'm going to.
So that's how I'm guessing, so you have already built a connection with more than like 30,000 clients.
No, it's not 30,000 client is the firm's client. I do not handle 30,000 client personally. It is impossible for anyone to handle 30,000 clients. So yeah, the company has 30,000 clients and there are multiple people dealing with.
Okay. So, sir, can you tell us a little about your company, Sapient Wealth Advisors and Brokers Private Limited, and how did you get there? Yes.
Yeah. So, we formed a company called Brand New Day in 2006 when I started off.
Okay.
And in 2000,
Blind New Day, sir.
Brand New Day.
Brand New Day. Sorry.
Brand New Day. So we wanted to change how people invest. So we thought that why not make it a brand new day. There was a very, very famous song at that point in time, and I used to play that song a lot in Bombay. So that song remained. So that is how the company name Brand New Day came up. In 2016, a couple of other financial advisors also joined us in Brand New Day. And Sapient is a Pune-based company, and that was formed in 2009 by a person called Amit Bivalkar. So we all merged our business with Sapient in 2019. So Sapient now has 7 partners in all. So Sapient is based out of Maharashtra and based out of Northeast.
Okay.
So our head office is Pune. So we are based in Guwahati, we are based in Tezpur, Nagaon, Dibrugarh, Dimapur, Shillong, and we are based in Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Nasik, Amravati, Sangli, and all of that places. So it's a east and west.
Yeah, it's already a franchise now. Okay.
It's not a franchise. We don't give franchise. It's a promoter driven company,
Yeah.
and it's a 130 people company. So we are based in east and west.
East and West. Yes, sir. So how do you see the difference working like there, the mindsets of people there and how the people handle their finances here?
So again, as I said earlier, in Northeast, especially in Assam, we are conservative. We do not like to take risks. Maybe because our exposure to risks have been different. In Maharashtra, in Mumbai, people are more aware of investments and financial products. So their risk-taking appetite and ability, both is much higher.
Much higher.
And what we have seen in Assam in Northeast is the risk-taking appetite and ability both is increasing every day. As we are getting more comfortable, more prosperous, our risk-taking ability keeps on going up.
Yes.
So yeah, the mindset is different, surely, but in this era, in this world of social media and 24-hour news, I think things at some point will align. So we are not in the right direction, but I think at some point this all of these will come together at some point.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So also nowadays we see youths are trying to learn these things, stock markets, trading, and everything. They do not really know. Their parents even might not know what they're doing, but they take this certification courses and everything, even in Northeast. So yeah, but sir, how do you say, like, if I ask in the context of Northeast, specifically, how would you like to put it? Any specific like points that our youths should remember before proceeding in this line?
So see, financial consultancy, financial advisory, the only thing that you need is passion, hard work, and honesty, integrity. If you have all these three, any business, anything that you do, you will do well. But you should be committed to it. It should not be as an option.
Right, sir. You should know why you are doing it.
Yes,
Yeah, just not
you should have a plan in mind. This is what I want to do, and this is how I will do, and these are my goals. It has to be properly lined up, and then you get into it, and there's no reason why you'll not succeed.
Yes, sir. So a purpose in hand.
There's no point. There's no other point that I want to see. Again, I'm not a guru, or I'm not anything. So we have all come
No,
up.
sir, but then you have experience. You have seen it practically in the fields.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From my experience, what I'm saying is the only thing that you need is to make sure that you do not make false commitments.
Exactly. So that are the skills and qualities also mostly that are needed. Yeah.
You have to in financial consultancy, getting more money by committing more returns is very easy, but I don't think it's the right way to do business.
Okay. Okay, sir. So, sir, about Sapient, it has so many, it is spread out all over Northeast and everywhere. So do you have any procedure of taking in? What is the procedure of taking in, new people? Do you have any internship opportunities or anything that are, youths can look up at?
Good question. So we have about 70 people in Northeast, and we take interns. So we hire interns in June and July.
Okay.
Both,
Sorry. Yes, sir.
so we hire interns in June and July. So
Okay.
we have the capability to take 4 interns at a time. So basically, in the month of June and July, we take a lot of interns.
Okay. Okay. And, so how do they apply for that, sir?
So you can write an email to hr@sapientwealth.co.in, and you'll get calls.
Okay. So, sir, any professional advisory firms or other fellowship programs or opportunities that you are aware of that you could throw some light on?
Uh, I'm not aware of anything else here, but Tejpur University does financial advisory program, I guess.
Okay.
As a
Sir, I
small
am also from Tejpur, but yeah, Tejpur University.
I
Yeah.
think Professor Saha has a program
Okay.
on stock market and ISM or something. I don't
Okay.
exactly remember that, but I
Mhm.
think he runs a program, small program on this. So
Yeah,
if you want to take a certification course, I think that is the best to do.
that will be the best over here. And if outside of Northeast we say, sir, then what do you think
There
would
are
be
a lot
the?
of opportunities. SP
Mhm.
Jain runs an investment management program.
Yeah.
He has a lot of programs on small programs, diploma courses on investment management. There's even a program from IMI Delhi. Uh,
Mhm.
there's a program from FMS as well. I'm not sure FMS, but I think there are a lot of programs. There are a lot of programs.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, surely you already, named a few many. So, sir, also any books, like you already started your talk with a book name. So, any
Yes.
more books so that we
There are a
can
lot
put
of
it down?
financial books. See, I don't know whether.
Personally, that inspired you and motivated you a lot. So, you can put
So
that up.
I'm a spiritual person. My favorite book is a book called Autobiography of a Yogi.
Okay.
It is written by Swami Paramahansa Yogananda.
Mhm.
So it is one of the books that I go back to whenever I'm stressed. Apart from that, I've mentioned Checklist Manifesto,
Yes.
and there is a book called Start with Why. It's
Start
written
with
Why.
why.
Start with
Okay.
Why. It is written by Simon Sinek.
Okay. And sir, anybody can go through these books, right? It's not necessary that,
These are
yeah.
books that I'm any book that I'm mentioning here are absolutely simple language
Mhm.
books you can read whenever you want, and these are live books, and these are their lessons. Whether you want to start
Mhm.
financial advisory, you want to start a restaurant, you want to become a biker, you want to do anything, it has
Mhm.
got lessons for everybody. And
Right.
there's an author called Prakash Iyer. So
Mhm.
he has written multiple books. So pick up any of the books that he has written. He has short stories which are great learnings in his books. So please pick up any of his books, Prakash Iyer.
Okay.
And
Prakash.
for women, there's a book called Limitless, written by my friend Radhika Gupta. She is CEO of Edelweiss.
Okay.
So
Limitless. Yeah.
Limitless, you can read that book.
Sure, sir. So we'll be putting up these names in our comment section also, so everybody can go and refer through them. So I think we are anyway, towards the end of the session, and we have almost covered everything that was essential. And what I figured out is
There's
that,
one more book. I'm so sorry, I'm interrupting you. So there's one more book. If you
sorry,
want to understand about money, then you can also read Psychology of Money.
Psychology of Money. Yeah, that's a pretty famous book,
Famous
sir.
book.
Yeah,
Morgan Housel,
yeah.
the author. So you can read.
Mhm. Everyone. Yeah. So also, yeah, finance professional as when people do not really understand it from the outside, it sounds like a very rigid career choice or something. But now I'm sure that people would be enthusiastic about it more, to take it up more, because it not only teaches you things, but also it makes you a process maker, like you said. So lastly, sir, any words of advice, or because you already said you do not like to give advice, or any message you want to share with our audience here?
So I'm part of an organization wherein giving advice is not allowed. So I'll share my experience. I'll share what I did. I'll share my experience. So my experience over the last 16 years is that life is like an ECG machine, like an ECG. It will always be up and down.
Yeah,
It is never if it is a straight line, the patient is dead.
that.
So after every fall there is a rise, every sunset there is a sunrise. After every sunrise there is sunset. So don't lose heart. Keep working hard, and
Exactly.
if you do it in loop, you'll. It is the only guarantee that you will succeed is if you keep on doing it every day, day in day out. there is no way you will lose ever. Just keep working at it and keep working hard.
Wonderful way to wrap
And
it
with,
up
and
again.
with, and with honesty.
Honesty, yeah, honesty, integrity. Yeah. Also, the examples you have drawn, sir, you could be very good with metaphors and everything. Do you also write, sir?
I don't. I'm a very bad
Okay.
writer. I'm a very
But
bad speaker.
you speak very well.
Um,
Thank you so much, sir, for your time and for your insightful words full of wisdom. And I'm sure our audience have been very, beneficial. This session was very beneficial for them. And also for everyone watching us, we'll be putting up this video in all our social media channels. And after that also you can connect us and we can connect you with our mentor here. Right, so you can also help if they want to know about anything, they could directly reach out. They could directly reach out, and also they can, contact to Sapient through the mail ID, like you said, if they have anything, regarding that. So thank you everyone again. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and looking forward to meeting.
Thank you. Yes, sir, hoping more for the future. Thank you.